Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. Today is Sunday, January 18th. Hope you guys had a fantastic week of trading. I know I did. Seemed like pretty much every single day this last week here I was in the green. Friday ended up pretty much break even. I think with commissions down maybe about $100. But overall, these last few weeks have just been absolutely fantastic. And I'll get into some of the signal results that we've had over the over this last week. We'll see how the weekly bands and the tradable levels that I gave you on from last Sunday, January 11th, how they held up. And most importantly, I will give you some updated new weekly bands and some new tradable levels. The market the last, I want to say Thursday, Friday, was a little difficult for me to find really any grade A plus setups. So haven't really seen much here, and you'll see that when we get into the charts as to kind of what I'm seeing. But hopefully here in this next coming week, I know we've got a shortened day on Monday. We've got MLK on Monday, and then we get back to a normal trading schedule on Tuesday. We'll be live tomorrow morning, Monday. If you haven't joined the live stream, I'm live every morning right at 8:30, right at the market open. Highly encourage it. It's a great way to learn my strategy. I pretty much answer a majority of the questions that I see in the chat, and a lot of them have to do with how I'm finding my A plus setups, how I'm incorporating the volume profile, some of the volume tools that I use for my high quality setups, and it's a fun time. So if you haven't joined it, I highly encourage it. With that, let's get into the intro and let's get charting. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that is put out there is at risk for loss. All right, so let's jump into the actually, you know what? Let's just start with the signals. Let's see how the results from this week looked. So this is my new signal portal for all my signal members. Everybody's loving the new portal site. The nice, beautiful thing is we've got our live trading room right here, which starts pre-YouTube stream every single morning and then goes for about 45 minutes after the YouTube stream ends. So there's expanded live trading with the signals and obviously everything else that comes with the signals that have been great. But see, here are the ones that we completed already this last week here. Gave a signal on the NQ for a short at the 25,844. That took TP1, TP2. We had, this is 3 days ago. This was a long. Oh, this was one of the signals that lost. So this, my SL, that was a trading gold. Gold's actually been performing phenomenal. The majority of the setups that I've been doing in gold have all been smashing TP1, TP2. Fortunately, this signal right here did not. So this was the one loser that we took this past week. Let's see what else we've got. Here's another one in gold. So this was the original setup right here for a short at the 4620.5 TP1, TP2. And you see the results right here. Got a little hairy here on drawdown, but knocked out TP1 and TP2 before hitting our stop. That was a nice trade. ES has been a little tough to find things, but I did find a setup at the 69.9150, targeting the 69.89 and the 87. And this one also hit right, zero drawdown. I know it's a little, I wish I could blow this up, but zero drawdown on this trade, and TP1 and TP2 got hit on that one. And I believe, oh, and then we got another one. We got one more, the NASDAQ here. So I gave everybody a signal at the 25,892 for a short, targeting the 25,883 and the 877. And this one also hit TP. Look at that drawdown, almost less than a point of drawdown. I mean, that's right on our entry. Smash TP1, TP2. This is all in a matter of 1 minute. So just tells you kind of the power of the signals and how I incorporate the volume. With that being said, let's see how our weekly bands kind of performed here. So let's start on the NQ. Let's go to the 11th where the my Sunday video came out. I apologize that for all of you that were on my that receive my levels every Sunday. Had an issue with GoDaddy. I'm hoping that it's resolved here, so you should have it here today. But yeah, I was having it seemed like these last couple of weeks has just been a technical support issue with majority of these companies. But all right, so my video came out somewhere, let's see, we're on the 11th, so somewhere right around here. Let's see where the open would have been. And this is kind of that situation where I told you guys earlier, you got to be really super careful with that Sunday gap, that one that opens up. The first signal that you face right into that gap down is always going to be the trickiest one. It's always best to kind of see how it reacts. Like this one got right through, then use this line for resistance and had a pretty strong drop to the downside. We finally did tap into our weekly band here at the 25,711, pretty much Monday morning, right around midnight. This is when we first tapped in. You can see I gave you a level at the 25,645. And I have to say that I think that was the absolute bottom of this huge move to the upside for about 400 points right off of this level at the 25,645. So again, just kind of showing you the power there of these levels. And I believe that was pretty much it. To the top side, we really didn't have much. Obviously, the levels, they just keep playing out. You can see how price action just comes right into them. These are very high volume areas that are found, and they are respected extremely well. So you'll see a lot of support and resistance, kind of flopping around. But we finally were able to break through this weekly band on, I believe it was the second tap. Yeah, so this was our first tap right here. First got a rejection, hit our weekly, hit our tradable level, which I've always told you guys, my levels that are in my weekly bands are always going to be your strongest areas to scalp from. And then it wasn't until we came back again, rejected, came back again, rejected, and finally, I believe this was the 830. Yeah, so this is the 830 open. Finally got through this weekly band right here. Oh, and I'm sorry, and we did tap into, forgot about this one, and we did tap into the band right below this, which was the 25,450, and you can see how well that weekly band. It's like it's impossible for them to go through. I don't want to say the word impossible, but it's very, very, very difficult for the market to get through these unless it's high impact news, headline news, or multiple retaps of the weekly band. So with that, let's get into some of our new weekly bands here. I believe I got one to the top side. Yep. So I could just change. Oh, you know what? Let me get rid of this guy, and this guy. And then let's change this weekly band to the 25,894 to the 25,797. Oh, gotta do the coordinates too. 25,894 to the 25,797. All right. So this one is currently below, above where price action is currently sitting. And then we can adjust this guy to the 25,363 to the 25,260, 25,363 to the 25,260. Oh, don't need to do that right there. And then this is our new weekly band below where price action is currently at. As far as for tradable levels, guys, like I said, Thursday and Friday, for me, price action wise, being a volume-based trader, we had some really good moves. I took some really good trades on Thursday. I think I took a total of 4 trades, 3 of them. No, I think I took I took a total of 4 trades on Friday. Took an early loser, took an early a winner after that for pretty much to go break even on the YouTube live stream. In my post session with my members, I did take a loser, and then shortly after that, I took a winner. So I pretty much, I think it was down 120 bucks, which honestly was majority of commissions with the accounts that I'm trading. But the setups, at least the A plus setups, like, I give on general 2 or 3 high quality scalping setups every Sunday video. And then throughout the week, obviously my Signal members get my A plus setups in our portal service. But Thursday and Friday have been really tough for some A plus setups. So I really only got one level here on the NQ. And let me just change this to default. Okay, and then let's change the text here. 25807. I got to change the coordinates. 25807. There we go. All right. So we do have this tradable level. It does sit in a weekly band. It's actually sitting in a few different pockets of high volume here. So we should get a good reaction here at the 25807. And unfortunately, that's all I got for you on the NQ. So I got this weekly band, but I've got nothing below us here that I would say right now is tradable, at least in my opinion. We're going to have to see how price action reacts in our limited holiday day tomorrow, and then obviously on Tuesday. ES also doesn't really have much. I've got one tradable level, and I've got one addition to this weekly band. But with that being said, let's first see how they reacted. My video came out on the 11th, right around. No, that's Friday. Sunday should be right. Sorry, right here is where my video came out Sunday. Gave you guys this weekly band here at the 69.90 to the 69.55. We did get a very small reaction right at the 69.64. It was only good for about 5 points on that initial tap, which kind of came in around, I want to say closer to midnight, maybe 11 o'clock at night, Sunday. We did really quickly dip underneath this weekly band, and we shot all the way back up. And then we tried to revisit the band again. Obviously rejected it. And then we finally came back, and this is what these levels do, man. I'm telling you. They come right back to the 69.94, zero drawdown, huge move back to the upside there. So, well, I say huge, but it was about 10 points, maybe 12 points right here. But still on the ES, it's a pretty good size move. Finally here on the third multiple retap of that band, we did get through there. And then you can see, I believe this is on Friday, we came right back down, retested the 69.64, and that was a boomerang for the ES market once again. So I will make now a change to this weekly band, which is now going to sit at the 69.57 down to the 69.22, 69.57 to the 69.22. Okay, so right below where price action is currently at, I can get rid of this level. And let's add, we've got one tradable level. It's all I got for you guys on the ES, 69.34, 69.34. And where does it sit at? It sits right in our weekly band. This will be an area of a lot of interest. Please just map it out on your chart, see how price reacts to it. I've got many strategies on my Discord, on videos on how to trade my exact levels. It's pretty simple process here. So make sure you mark up here the 69.34 on the ES, and then below that we've got the 69.11. We've got this weekly band, which I don't know where the label went to it. Not sure what happened to the label on this guy. Let's see if I put a label here. He should have a label. Yeah, he does. Let me move him to the right. That's down here. I don't know why it should be always centered, but 68.98 to the 68.14 is this level here. And now my OCD is kicking in because I can't keep it to the right like that. It's got to be centered. Oh, all right. That fixed that. I'm not sure what the heck happened there. So if you guys remember from my last video on Sunday, I had 2 weekly bands that were kind of sandwiched together. There was probably about maybe a 10-point kind of buffer zone in between the 2 zones. I actually combined them. So it's a lot bigger of an area, but there's just an absolute shit ton of volume that's sitting right here unbalanced. So we're going to see a lot of reactions here. That's why you've got 3 levels here to trade from at the 68.77, the 68.49, and the 68.33. So I'll be super excited if price action can get back down here, because that's going to open up a lot of opportunities for us down here and up here from where they displaced down from. So that's the ES and the NQ for you. I have started mapping out my levels in gold, which have been performing absolutely fantastic as well. So you can join my Discord. The description, the link to join my Discord, which is completely free, is down below. Every single morning, I map out my levels, and I post all 3 of them for the ES, the NQ, and gold. And I know that majority of the people that are trading my strategy really enjoy that, because they can kind of compare their levels to mine and make sure that they're on the right track. So with that being said, I hope that you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great trading week. And if you're interested in any of the prop firms that I've got on screen, just use code TraderRob. I did add Lucid Trading to the mix here of my accounts. I find them to be extremely comparable to Top Step, with the one super big benefit is them allowing me to trade it through Trade of 8 or Ninja Trader, which is what I use each and every day, that Top Step does not allow. So I think that that's a huge positive for them. I actually think that they might have found a really good niche in there, and they just announced today that they're 40% off on all of their accounts on Lucid. Their pricing is pretty great on them as well. So check them out if you haven't. You could always use code TraderRob. I'm out of here. Happy trading, everyone.